Alright, look. Hit the like button. Hit the sub button. Hit the notification bell. You understand me? Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Join this Fisk Unit army and get Fisk Unit tough. Alright, look. According to Tankathon, the Giants got the 6th pick in the draft. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I'm good with that. You know, here's the thing, right? I wanted to tank. I wanted to lose. I did. And I'm not going to take it back. I'm not going to act like, oh, I didn't want to lose. But listen, I've moved on. See, have y'all known, you know what? Forget the Giants for a second. Let's talk about life for a couple minutes. Let's talk about life. You see, I can't lie to y'all. If there's anybody on this planet other than God himself who I can't lie to, it's my audience. Because I talk to y'all the most. The number one person who hears my voice the most is you. I'm talking to you. Or what do they call it in movies? You're breaking down the fourth wall. I'm talking to you directly. If you listen to my videos every day, I talk to you every single day of my life. I can't lie to you. So, if you've learned something about me over the past 12 weeks, is I move on pretty quick. I don't mourn a lot of things. I move on very quick. Y'all could call me two-faced. You could call me fickle. You could call me a traitor. You could call me whatever you want. But I don't mourn things. I move on pretty quick. I accept and move on. Look what I did to Daniel Jones. 1 minute I'm his biggest fan. The next minute we take it for Caleb. Once something happens, I move on. I'm not going to sit here and complain about it. I'm not going to sit here and dwell on it. I'm not going to give it the energy. Law 36 in the 48 laws of power specifically states, disdain what you cannot have. Ignore what you cannot have. Develop a hate, a vitriol, a anger for the things that you cannot have. And I apply that a lot in life. When something is done and I can't change it, or if I want a beautiful woman and the time isn't right because my life isn't where it needs to be, or she has a boyfriend, I hate her. I disdain her. I don't give her any energy. If that Lexus, that LS 500 that I've been dreaming about for years, that I work my ass off every day to get the money to have, I disdain that car because I can't have that car. I don't have 120 grand to get that Lexus right now. I don't have it. At the end of the day, we're not getting Caleb Williams. We're not getting Drake May. Why would I give it the energy? Daniel Jones, you're a corpse, bro. A torn ACL, 2 major neck surgeries, and a GM that didn't draft you. Why would I get on my soapbox and preach you're still the future when you're not the future? Shane is going to get his guy. Why would I come on here and preach Marvin Harrison Jr. when they're not building around Danny? They're building around his heir apparent. Law 36, people. If you can't have it, develop a hatred for it. Don't give it the energy. The more you chase what you can't have, the less likely you're ever going to get it. And for my biblical guys out here, for those of y'all who believe in God, there's a scripture that says Habakkuk 2:3. It says the vision is for an appointed time, and it will not be late. What's meant for you to have, you will have it, and it will come at the right time. You could combo that 40, you could combo Law 36, and you could combo Habakkuk 2:3, and it'll help you in life. Because I'm sure there's somebody watching this video right now who wants something that they cannot have. I hope I was able to give you a gem to get you through a dark time, because there's nothing in life is worse than wanting something and you can't have it. You become obsessed with it. You become determined to get it to the point where you start to worship what you can't have, and you live for it, you breathe for it, you eat and sleep for it. And the more you do that, the less likely you're going to get it. So to bring this full circle, to get back into being Fist Vegas and talking about the Giants, We're not getting Caleb Williams. We're not getting Drake May. We currently have the 6th pick, and guess what? We're probably going to beat the Green Bay Packers off the bye. That's a 5th win. We're probably going to beat the Rams or the Saints because we might bring back Tyrod. I don't want us to bring back Tyrod, but we might bring back Tyrod. This defense and Tyrod Taylor is good enough to beat Derek Carr. It's good enough to beat Matthew Stafford. And it's good enough to beat the backups in Philly week 18. We might have 2 more wins on the schedule. It's possible. So why would I sit here and talk about tanking and talk about Caleb Williams and Drake May? Hell, even Marvin Harrison Jr., if I wanted him, why would I do that when we're probably going to finish with this somewhere between 6 and 8? I'll say somewhere between 6 and 8 on the draft board. Now we're looking at the offensive lineman from Notre Dame that y'all been telling me about, this tackle from Notre Dame or whatever. The LSU quarterback y'all been telling me about, who's got like Joe Burrow type stats or something like that. I don't know. These are the things that we're looking at right now. All right, it's time to move on. There's no need to mourn the Patriot loss. There's no need to mourn Daniel Jones' injuries. It's time to look towards the future. You understand me, fellas? You understand? All right? If you got fired from your job, you're not getting rehired. Move on. If the girl broke up with you, she probably had a boyfriend for a couple weeks, maybe even a month before she finally got rid of you. You ain't getting her back. Move on. If you lost a parlay on Sunday because a team didn't cover, you're not getting that money back. Move on. You understand? In life, you have to have the ability to move on. There's nothing wrong with moving on. Because guess what? The earth gonna keep on spinning. Life don't stop because something bad happens to you, me, your mommy, your daddy. Life don't stop. You gotta move on. So for those of y'all who rocking with my channel and y'all like, yo, why Fisk acting like this? Why Fisk switch up every day? No, Fisk don't switch up. Fisk move on. That's what I do. I move on. So yeah, last week it was tank to the Patriots. Caleb Williams, Drake May. We got to get the quarterback of the future. We got to do what we got to do. This week, all right, we're picking at 6 instead of 2. Now it's like, hey, just finish out the season. Do what you got to do. It doesn't matter anymore. Because at this point, we're not getting that. We're not going to get those top 2 quarterbacks. So now it's like, hey, you know what? Let's see. Let's play out the season. Let's see where we finish in the draft board. And then we'll evaluate from there. That's all you can do. I love Daniel Jones. If you've noticed, I haven't ripped Daniel Jones. All I've said about Daniel Jones is the injuries, he's got to go. Daniel Jones, I still love that kid. I love Daniel Jones. That's my guy, bro. And when he goes to another team, I'm going to root for that team because I still rock with Danny. But the writing is on the wall for him in New York. It is what it is. You know, so it's like, the Giants are in a great place right now because we need a change. I'm sick of Saquon. I'm sick of Daniel. I'm sick of the Saquon Daniel Jones era. I'm ready to turn the page. I'll be honest with you, bro. When I think of Saquon and Daniel Jones, it brings me nothing but heartache. Outside of Daniel Jones' playoff win last year, when I think of the Saquon Daniel Jones era, because they're linked together, that was 2018, that's 2019. Those two are linked together. That was supposed to be the future of our franchise. It's just been a disaster, bro. Like, I'm ready to move on. Ready to move on, fellas. So it's like, I'm really hoping that Joe Shane gets our quarterback. I'm hoping he drafts us a running back. Hell, bring in a free agent running back or whatever. No need to pay Saquon $15 million a year when we don't run the ball with this nigga anyway. I could see if we were giving Saquon 30 carries a game. But my gosh, we're down to our 3rd string backup quarterback who lives on his mother's couch Okay? And we still don't run the ball 30 times a game. We're never going to use Saquon. If we ain't using Saquon now, fellas, we're never going to use Saquon. If you still listening to this video 10 minutes in, throw your FU in the chat and tell me if I'm crazy that we're never going to use Saquon. Dable and Kafka just don't run the ball. If you still listening to this video, throw the FU in the chat and tell me if I'm crazy on my Saquon take. We're never going to use him. Just tell me if I'm crazy. But anyway, fellas, that's it. That's all. Subscribe to the unit if you rocking with me. My name is Fist Vegas, and I approve this message.